Okay, welcome to VoterTorque podcasts for election 2023.
Yeah, apparently we're on a field trip, so it's a bit of background. Where have you brought me to, Heather?
I've brought Simon out to the wilds of Wellington. Wind isn't too bad today, but we're at Churton Park, where there are a lot of billboards on display on one of the main routes into the suburb. So this is the Ohio electorate. And we'll come to the candidates standing here. Interesting, because some of the billboards are about candidates, and some of them are about the parties. But today's topic is really party slogans, and because we couldn't find some of the slogans, or they weren't clear from party websites, we've had to come on a field trip to see if the billboards help us out.
Yeah, just when you think it's safe to leave the South Island. So anyway, welcome. I'm Simon Ewing-Jarvie.
And I'm Heather Roy.
And welcome back to VoterTorque, our political podcast for election 2023. Okay, where are we going to start this, Heather? I can see a billboard for Love Tennis. I love tennis. I'm not very good at it. I'm better
There's
at squash.
actually 3 I Love Tennis billboards. I think that's probably promoting the local tennis club. It's quite strong here,
Churton
I understand.
Park, we'll give a shout out
Yep.
to Churton Park Tennis Club. Open day, Sunday the 10th, September 10 till 4.
Also, so tennis is obviously more popular in Churton Park than the New Zealand First Party because there are no billboards for them here yet.
Yeah.
But there's also one for the Ottawa quiz, which is being held on August the 20th.
All right, cool.
So shout out to them as well.
All right, that's our community service done.
It
Right,
is.
so where are we starting? The billboards closest to us? Or
Well, I thought we might start with a little bit of history, actually. And the Spin-Off recently produced a list of the best and worst of party slogans over the years.
Right.
And in 1946 and 49, Labour, very unimaginatively, had the slogan, "Vote Labour Again."
It's not surprising. They did. I mean, I am surprised they didn't come up with it again, but here we go. 1954, National just stole it off them, and in fact 57 as well, Vote National again. But I have to point out that some of them had exclamation marks and underlining as well, which does make the slogan a lot more exciting.
Oh, and I think some of them, not sure which year, some of them had the word again in italics. 1981, National had National for Growth.
Yeah. What have we got? Labour, 1999, NZ 2000. They were trying to, hang on the millennium thing, weren't they?
Yeah, I think they were. What else have we got? 1984, Labour had Bringing New Zealand Together, which was actually a pretty sober view of bringing the country together, given that Rob Muldoon in a drunken state had announced a snap election.
Yeah, it didn't end well for him, did it?
No, it didn't.
Yeah, okay, where are we going to? 1972, the Nats went man for man, the strongest team. How did that work for them?
Well, they didn't win, and I wonder if it's because they completely forgot that half the population are female.
Yeah, and so Norm Kirk came in with some females in the team.
Yeah, that's right. The best from the Spin-Off article, which was written by Stuart Salmon Lund and has been republished in the New Zealand Herald, I understand.
Well done, Stuart. Yep.
1963, he said the best slogan over the course of history was, "Let's get cracking," with 10 exclamation marks after it.
But sadly, it wasn't good enough to get them across the line.
No. Anyway, back to Churton Park and the Ohio electorate. We're looking here at about half a dozen billboards, so some of the parties I think haven't come to the party yet.
Let's see what you did there.
The closest one to us is Party Vote Act for Real Change. So for real or real change is their slogan, this electorate, I think.
Yeah, it is, yeah. What do you reckon about that?
I think that it is a reasonable sort of summing up of what they believe in, what they're standing for this election.
Yeah, everyone says they're going to change something, but whether it actually matters in the scheme of things is the point they're trying to make.
Yeah. And the other one that I think is reasonably effective is the Top Party. Their slogan is, Simon?
A fresh voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, every time they launch another policy initiative, they do talk about how fresh and innovative it is.
Well, it's homing in on the people that are kind of tired with the status quo.
Yeah.
So,
right.
they did pretty well with that. I mean, I'm left wondering what they are a fresh voice for. But if you're only targeting the people who are disgruntled with the status quo, then it works.
Yeah, that's right. Then we've got the Green Party. They haven't got any photos on their billboard here at the Churton Park corner, but their slogan is...
Yeah, the time is now.
Yep.
For what? I'm not sure.
No. But
I mean, they've had some devastatingly good campaigns in the past.
Their best was 2008, where they had lovely photos with...
Was that the young girl in Vote For Me?
Yes.
Yeah, that was lovely.
I thought that would be amongst my most effective slogans, actually. And then we've got National and Labour. So Labour has only got their local candidate, Greg O'Connor, on the billboard here. So difficult to ascertain what their party slogan is from that. He, of course, is only standing as a candidate, not party vote. So I guess that's not surprising. Yep. But I think Labour's is actually the worst slogan for this election, and that is...
Oh, do I have to say it?
Yes. Come on.
Oh, that was a truck went past. I said it. In it for you. Well, they certainly,
in what?
They have been in it in the last couple of weeks with the polls and so on.
I think the spin-off also said that was a truly awful slogan that meant nothing.
Unless you added 10 exclamation marks to it, which automatically makes the slogan more exciting.
Doesn't do it for me, I have to say. Yeah. National Party have got a photo of the local candidate, who is Deputy Leader Nicola Willis, and Chris Luxon standing beside her. But their slogan isn't on there one either.
No, so they want to get the country back on track.
Does that say railways to you?
It just says screams rail to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that takes it to the New Zealand First, which is going to... they're going to take back the country, which I'm glad they didn't make the syntactical error of saying, let's take the country back, because that's the most sort of...
Well, that's really what they believe. That would have been a more accurate slogan, probably.
Yeah, and back to rail.
Yeah. Anyway, so those two are going to be a bit confused, I think, over the campaign. Who have we missed out? The New Conservatives.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's kind of hard to work it out. On their, I went on their website, so on their logo, under New Conservative logo, it's got Let's Smile Again, which is a great advert for a chain of dentists.
For teeth, yes.
Yeah, but they do then have another line. Restoring New Zealand appears at the top of their homepage as well.
Oh, okay.
So I guess...
A bit like taking New Zealand back.
Yeah,
or taking back New Zealand, whichever it is.
There's a lot of hankering for the past in these logos, isn't there? Yeah. So you've got... and then you've got the Māori Party, so doing the ABBA song, Knowing Me, Knowing You, was in it for...
That's the best we can do.
In it... Didn't want to go there. Believe in you, believe in me, believe in Māori.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Still takes me back to ABBA. And with the New Conservatives, I wonder if they've taken the approach that many years ago the McGillicuddy Serious Party did. They had their policy initiatives, but they had 2 blank pages in the middle, so that if you didn't like any of their initiatives, you could write your own policy.
Yeah, I think that's superb.
Choose your own slogan.
Yep.
Anyway, how effective do you think these slogans really are?
Well, I'm not sure. I think it's something that's sort of inside the political beltway people get very excited about.
And interestingly, Labour's slogan, which is...
You've got to make me say it again.
In it for you.
In it for you, yeah.
Actually, 10 years ago was the slogan used by an advertising campaign for Genesis Energy.
Really?
So nothing new in this.
No.
Maybe they're hoping to be energised by using it again, but actually it wasn't theirs to start with. My view is that a lot of time and effort does go into producing slogans, but it's not really about exciting voters. I think it's much more about the political parties exciting their internal audiences, getting people energised about coming out and helping, because you need a large voluntary workforce to get the billboards up, to deliver the pamphlets, do all the things that just the MPs in Parliament and candidates don't have the time and energy to get about and do themselves.
Yeah, I can remember many hours spent putting up billboards.
Yes, and then the terrible thing about billboards, they're in crowded spots where you can barely read them all as you drive past, but the worst thing is trying to take them down ahead of midnight on the night before the election. Yeah,
it was one of my low points in the 2005 election on the Friday before up in VoterTorque, and we finished everything, got everything down. We went to the RSA to have a sort of bit of a wash up and a beer, and at 10 to midnight I got a phone call saying one of your signs is still up, mate.
Oh dear.
Oh no. Yeah. Luckily the guy who was nearby, he went and just dropped it on the ground, so it was technically down, and we went and recovered it the next day. Yeah.
So that's the party slogans. You'll see lots more of them. There'll probably be a few songs as well to go with them. Maybe ABBA will get drawn out.
Yeah.
But we'd like to hear what you think about the slogans.
Yep, send us in your votes. Good, bad, ugly, we'll keep it clean.
That's right. You can do that through our usual channels. Visit the Torque Point website. That's TORQUE point.co.nz.
Yep.
We're also on LinkedIn and Facebook, so send us through the comments channels on those too if you want to.
Yeah, send it through. And don't forget any other questions, not just about the slogans. And yeah, I know there's a whole lot more parties listed to compete the election. What we've done is really to keep it tidy time-wise. We've only done the ones that are polling seriously.
Yep, that's right. All right.
Right,
That's it for slogans.
It is.
Time to retreat from the Wellington wind.
It's bloody cold here.
And we'll talk to you again soon. I'm Heather Roy.
I'm Simon Ewing Jarvie. And we're in it for you.